AMC and the Cat Squeeze. Let me explain. CNBC, Reuters, and Citadel, it's officially calling Citadel Connect a dark pool. It is illegal to operate a dark pool in the USA without filing from ATS with the SEC. For 9 years running, Citadel Connect has not filed as a private alternative exchange under ATS and dark pool regulation. Breaking the rules in broad daylight and operating in gray areas to skirt rules is the name of the game for these companies. And as FINRA states right here, Citadel has its own dark pool. FINRA can't look into it because Citadel Connect isn't technically a dark pool. That's why they're fighting the SEC over the CAT system. Once it's activated, it will discover all of this BS. Now, the reason I titled the video the way I titled this video is because we know the CAT is being implemented, and a while back it was talked about by Trey's Trades. He has a very good video on it, whether you like him or not, and I think we may be getting very close to a squeeze, especially with how much selling pressure we've seen on AMC over the past couple of months. So right now, I'm going to jump into AMC's chart, show you what I found, as well as GameStop, and tell you where the bottom is on GameStop. Based off of my opinion, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And when are we actually going to get that next leg up? So first the charts, then the numbers on AMC and GameStop, and then some additional stuff and important stuff with the overall market that will affect AMC and GameStop. As long as I got your attention now, we can start the video. AMC is trading at $9.60, up 4.8% on the day. Now you see back here when we broke out of this, how the volume was descending and then we got a volume pop. So it was descending on this sell-off, getting that hammer candle, right? Got rejected off the trend line, lost volume, and then got a volume spring. So it got volume exhaustion right here, showing that a reversal was about to happen. Now AMC is looking really good, I'm not gonna lie. We got rejected on this trend line, and you're seeing that volume decrease happening. Once we see a couple more hammer candles on this $9 level, we may see a very, very large spring higher. Plus the gamma is gonna come into that, and we're gonna talk about that in 1 minute, but just wait for a break over this trend line. I think AMC has a lot of potential that it bottomed out along with the SPY, but again, I'm just a guy here. This is all in my opinion. Now GameStop, the elephant in the room, because it's down 4% on the day. Where is GameStop's bottom? First of all, I just want to say I called out this level. I told you it was going to come down to this level. It came down to this level. I closed out my puts on GameStop. If you want to know my trades, as soon as I take them, I drop them in Discord, which is right under the video. Closed out my puts. However, I could have written them out or rolled them to further expiration. And the reason for that is because of this. AMC, from this wick up here, July 24th, 2023, this little wick candle, from the top of that to the low that it hit was down about 86% or so at the bottom that AMC hit around that $7 level. And we talked about how GameStop was going to follow, or is very, very likely to follow, because they trade sort of in tandem. So this top wick up here that GameStop hit a little bit before AMC, with the sell-off of 86%, if it's following AMC, is going to bring the bottom down to $3.75. Now you might not like the sound of that, but let me show you exactly where that ends up falling on the chart, because it's very scary. Remember when AMC, we talked about the dual gap fill in January of 2021 before we got that squeeze. GameStop has the same thing. This gap right here, this gap right here at $3.75. This was never filled, and I think it's going to get filled, sadly. I think it is likely that it's going to get filled. Now this is very similar on the same time frame. You may not see it. There's a small gap here on AMC that never got filled that we eventually filled just now as we speak, and I think GameStop is next up to do it. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. I still do think there is going to be a spring from here. I'm just telling you where it looks like it's going to go based off of the charts. Also guys, before we get into the numbers, hey, listen, I need to keep your attention here. Drop a comment on what video you want me to make, whether it's your favorite ticker or AMC. What do you want me to do a deep dive into that the community has to see? And also, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. AMC has 3.7 million shares available to borrow, and I like it. The options chain, 41,000 calls expiring in the money compared to 16,000 puts, and then next week, the week after, the week after that, the week after that, all bullish on the options chain. AMC is getting a gamma ramp as we speak, but remember, last Friday they dropped it 14%, so be very, very skeptical going into the end of the week. But it is looking good, and the short exempts have gotten lower, 88,000, but of course that is just because the volume is decreasing, so they need to drop less on it to hold it in place. GameStop, 2 million shares available to borrow, looking bad. You're getting a gamma ramp to the downside, right? Puts expiring in the money compared to calls are over 20K for this week, 4K already for next week, and then the following weeks after that, more puts expiring in the money. You're getting that gamma squeeze down, right? The same way you can see it up, you're seeing it down, and this is exactly exactly how AMC started when it started to fall. Or text numbers: 7.71% short interest on AMC, 49% utilization, cost to borrow average at 1.13, and the max at 6.17%. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is affecting Citadel, or the investigation is for Citadel or Ken Griffin. Let me know if you can confirm in the comments, but trading in most stocks on the London Stock Exchange has been suspended. As of October 19th, 2023, the London Stock Exchange is conducting an investigation. Currently, only FTSE 100, FTSE 250, and IOB securities are available for trading. System issue at London Stock Exchange halts trading in many stocks. Now, as Fed Powell spoke today, an active protest broke out at the Economic Club of New York, disrupting his speech. Yet the SPY is still green on the day. And the US State Department issued a worldwide caution travel alert due to increased tensions in various locations around the world, the potential for terrorist attacks, demonstrations, or violent actions against US citizens and interests. The Department of State advises US citizens overseas to exercise increased caution. So what do we have? The United States has involvement in multiple wars around the world, beginning of a new trade war with China, record low oil inventories with $90 oil prices, CPI inflation back up to a 5-month high, least affordable housing market in history. Let's not even get into the debt spiral. Now, before we touch onto the S&P 500 chart and what's happening with Blackstone and TD, if you guys want up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2K per stock, so a chance at $32,000 plus $400 cash sent to your account, use my link, download Moomoo, and once you sign up and make a deposit of any amount, it takes 2 minutes out of your day, you will start earning benefits from there. Plus, your money's FDIC insured. You get level 2 order book data, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, a customizable earnings calendar, and access to a ton more, all for free. So it's a great platform to use. My link is in the top of the description and pinned in the top of comments. And right alongside that is the Discord link. I'm in there on the daily, so if you want to pop in and talk with me, feel free to do so. We also have options trading alerts in there, and we post gains, post losses, and talk stocks all day long. So whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, pop in the Discord. You can also request videos, etc., etc. Overall, just the best vibes in there. SPY is trading at 431.67, up 0.34% on the day. Broke out right here, fake out, breakout, all the way up to 432.65. Came back down below this resistance at 431.50 that we have drawn out. Came back up, retested it, and is just basing on top of it at 431.67. If the SPY holds here and we get another rip, watch for a gap fill right at 438.70. Okay, watch for that gap fill and then a potential rejection. But we did get a double top there already on that supply zone. The SPY is going to need a lot of volume to get through that, and even after it gets through, expect it to come back down and base off of it as support before going through another bull cycle for years to come. However, if we get a rejection here, watch for volume to pick up to see if it picks up on the downside, and if that is the case, we're going to re-break under recent lows, coming down to between 409 and 413. Blackstone profit tumbles 12% on interest rates. And finally, TD Bank customers are now reporting an alarming money outage that prohibited users from being able to access their money. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. I apologize, it's going up a little bit late. Long night yesterday, but we did get the video out to you guys, and I may be uploading again, so stay tuned. Have post notifications on. Hit the like button on your way out. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.